and my favourite segment of the show, which is Twitter Reacts. So what have we got today? First up, we've got the Spurs Express saying, safe to say Tottenham players really enjoyed Destiny Udogi's performance and goal yesterday. There you have it. The Spurs players just coming in their numbers to respond to Destiny Udogi.
Brennan Johnson, my dog. I love it.
Brennan Johnson, Mickey van der Ven, Pedro Porro. Great to see the kind of...
Seems very popular.
Yeah, the atmosphere in the team is just second to none, isn't it? I mean, they all just seem so together, don't they?
Yeah, it seems like a real family feel. And that's what I think Romero said before the game, didn't he? He was saying how, even though we're going through hard times, we're a family and we stick together. And I think we're really seeing that in this group.
Yeah. Tottenham Hotspur says, he is him. And that's Destiny Udogi pointing to himself after he did score yesterday.
Is it hinting at a contract extension, maybe?
Potentially.
Only 3 hours ago they tweeted that.
Oh, really? So I'm sure that's going to be announced very soon. But we have heard from very reliable journalists that Destiny is about to sign a new bumper-long contract at Spurs, which is music to all our ears. And you know what? On the back of a few, I wouldn't say bad performances because they haven't been bad, but not as good, I would say, as maybe it has been before that red card and obviously that really bad pass that he did to give away that goal against West Ham. I think he needed to give us one of these performances, and it was great to see him get on the score sheet as well. And you've seen a number of these occasions kind of this season already when you see Cuti Romero on his first game back for a suspension scoring and putting us 1-0 up against West Ham. Yes, I know we lost the game, but he had to give us something, and that he did. A brilliant performance and a goal. And now Destiny, after giving away that goal against West Ham, which was detrimental to us, to put in a performance like that and score the goal as well.
100%, and he really looked like his old confident self again.
Next up, we've got Spurs OTM saying the injured boys loved it, and you see Mickey van der Ven, Ashley Phillips, Manor Solomon celebrating on the sidelines yesterday.
I wonder what number goal that is, but yeah, absolutely love watching that. And I love that they're still, even though they're out injured, it must be frustrating for them. They're still all there for the team. That's really great. Another
tweet here saying Sonny and Forster, those two are too cute together.
And there's Forster rubbing his head. Everyone just always has a playful relationship with Sonny. It's so funny.
The bromances continue for Heung-min Son.
Yes, who doesn't have a bromance with you? He has bromance with absolutely
everyone. Nice one. Sonny tweeted Pedro wanting to do Son celebration with him. And this is just Pedro every game, just doing everyone's celebrations.
He's taken on the Reguilon role, just copying everyone's celebration. But of course, Sonny will let him join in. Come on. Love that. Absolutely love that.
The other one has been disabled, so we'll go down to Vaz Coney. Who would have thought that we'd miss out the most during this period was Pape Matar. And that's kind of what I was alluding to. I don't know if we've missed him the most, because I think we've missed Mickey van der Ven probably the most out of everyone. But Pape Matar has been sorely missed, underratedly sorely missed, and we saw that yesterday.
100%, and it was so great to have him back, and I think he just gives us a bit more balance with just because he can still do it on the ball, he's still got quality, but off the ball he just gives us so much energy and gives us a really good platform to control the game.
Yeah, nice one, Sonny, as well, with the tweet saying winning the ground duel and then the dribble. Look at this from Heung-min Son yesterday,
and this is what encapsulates him. Look, he wins the ball and then he has the quality dribble past it and then set us on the attack. It's absolutely brilliant from Sonny.
He seemed like he just had 2 extra yards of pace yesterday, Sonny.
Yeah, honestly, he seems just much fresher than ever. That's the quality he got.
Another tweet here from Blunder. We'll go down to the next one saying Cuti's kiss is not Sonny's cheek but his neck. So the Argentinian men also kiss each other's necks. Is this a custom in Argentina?
I don't know, but Romero seems to do it. There you go. And I think that's when he gave him the captain's armband. He gave him when he went off the pitch, Sonny. But love that embrace from Romero.
Some more bromance there going on with Heung-min Son. Carrie Brown, this is about Joey Barton, so we'll skip past that one. Coco saying, laughing about Almiron, I presume. Sonny and Gordon having a little bit of a joke after the game. Even Gordon
can't, exactly. No one can resist the Sonny bromance. 100%. Even when you've just been slapped 4-1, you can't. When Son comes and smiles, there's nothing you can do.
I bet you even Trippier would have embraced him after the game yesterday, 100%. And I'm sure he did.
100%. Well, Son after the game called him one of his closest friends.
Trippier. Oh right, wow. And that's how you treat one of your closest friends, absolutely destroying him on the football pitch. Love that. This was the Tottenham mascots yesterday. This was cute, very, very cute from these young Tottenham mascots yesterday, doing their warm-ups and their push-ups. It was great
They're
to
ready
see.
for business, it looks
Yeah.
like. They're ready for war.
Maybe they got a nice little pep talk from Ange Postecoglou yesterday as well.
They definitely won the warm-up, that's for sure. Look, you got to take every win as you can.
Absolutely.
And you can take it from the warm-up as well.
Axel THFC saying, was today our best performance of the season? Except for the first 10 minutes of the second half, we were pretty much completely dominant for the entire game. 3.88 XG, created 7 big chances, 23 shots, 12 on target. Everyone had a good game. And I would say probably like the first 5 minutes of the game and just the opening of both halves, I would say. And then we were completely dominant apart from that.
Yeah, I think it probably was our best performance of the season. I can't think of another performance that was better.
Yeah, I agree. Aaron Lennon tweeting last night just with Richarlison and a clapping emoji. So
Big up, Lennon.
Aaron Lennon buying into Ange.
I wonder what he thinks
well.
of Brennan Johnson as well. He must surely think like he reminds me of himself.
We need to get Aaron Lennon on the channel.
100%,
That's what we need to do. We need to
100%.
delve deep into what he thinks about Spurs.
Come on, Lennon. Everyone spam Lennon. Get him to come on the channel.
Ben Haynes tweeting out yesterday, ridiculous how much of a difference Sarr makes. Reads dangerous situations so well, covers so much ground, and makes everyone around him better as well. And that's pretty much what we've been saying all stream as well.
Yeah, and I think on and off the ball, he does the same. He does what he's saying, make everyone better. And he's just a really good facilitator. It's fantastic.
Jeromax with the tweet yesterday saying, always class when they celebrate right in front of you. And what seats he had.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And there you go. That must have been Sonny's goal. What a great moment that is. And everyone celebrating with him. It's lovely to see.
Invert the Wing tweeting out, absolute genius move by Postecoglou, fits the creativity issue of dropping Lo Celso by utilising Son in a more creative sense. I never ever considered this. What a genius move.
And if he's got the seal approval from Invert the Wing, then it must have been a genius move.
He was saying coming into this game that
there's absolutely no chance we win or something.
I don't know if he was saying no chance we win, but he kept saying consistently throughout the season that this is going to be one of our hardest games of the season.
Well, didn't get that one right.
Carefree Lewis yesterday with the tweet saying, get Poch out. We look worse by the fucking game. Tired. And
come on.
And I was kind of bantering him on Twitter yesterday, and I was saying to him, Agent Poch and his magic, you know. And you know what? This kind of run and all the Chelsea fans' reaction toward Pochettino just makes me love him even more.
So great. They're all turning toxic. As much as I love Poch and I don't want to see him suffer, I love watching Chelsea in this in the way they're at.
Let's be honest, we all wanted Poch to fail at Chelsea.
Of course we did. 100%, and that's what it seems. And look, and I knew it was going to happen. As soon as things were bad, they would hold the Tottenham thing against him.
But I mean, it's not too dissimilar to Mourinho and Conte. You know, everyone tarnished them with that brush as well. Being ex-Chelsea guys.
No, I know. You mean the Spurs? Sorry, yeah.
The Spurs watch saying there's only one Vicario. Look at that face. He was pulling at Wilson yesterday. He's like, you mess with my Richarlison, this is what you're going to get.
Yeah, basically, F you. No chance that header's going in.
And Callum Wilson had his say on the situation as well. He said their goalkeeper Vicario was pulling faces and messing around, a total lack of respect. And Vicario responded to that saying, respect is given to everyone that respects me. So it's interesting. I don't know what happened because he didn't say anything about the Richarlison thing. He's insinuating that Callum Wilson must have said something throughout the game.
Yeah, something must have happened during the game, but Wilson doesn't understand what happened,
and that's just visualized on Instagram exactly what I just said.
Yeah, that was Vicario. Yeah, that was actual post.
Yeah. Next up, we've got Kane from the Lane. Ashley Phillips when Son scored yesterday.
that was Lee Judges when he refused to celebrate when Kane
Ashley
scored the
Phillips had a mare this weekend. He takes Son out of his FPL team.
I love it. Phillips took him out as well. Everyone's like, oh my God, Son's injured. Phillips took him out. We're going to start making moves. And it just turns out Phillips just had a mare.
Maybe the narrative maybe it was just a last minute inclusion for Heung-min Son. I don't know.
Maybe
the narrative within the squad in the camp was saying Son was going to miss the game. We don't know.
Didn't seem like it was.
No, I mean he had probably best performance of the season. Billy T saying Vicario is so tapped, love him so much, and this was just another one of that him and
his actual face. Oh.
I love Vicario so much, and I don't know, it's such a turn of kind of the way he's like played himself into the Spurs fan base is just an unbelievable story because like we all wanted David Raya so much. And Vicario comes to us, we're like, who is this Vicario? Why are we going for the cheap option? Blah, blah, blah. But he's been the best goalkeeper in the league. Never mind like a great performance at Tottenham. He's been the best goalkeeper in the league this season.
He's literally been absolutely phenomenal. Can't believe how good he's been.
Not one game wrong he's had. Axel THFC saying casuals don't know that only Trent can chat to Pedro Porro. What an insane right back. Do you agree?
I can't think of too many right backs who are better than him right now. I think Trippier's obviously had a phenomenal season, but he's looking on his feet at the moment. Reece James can't get on the pitch. Trent's unbelievable. I mean, who else? What are the right backs there? Kyle Walker.
Trippier's the only one, really.
Kyle Walker's been brilliant, but I think I'd much rather Porro's quality on the ball than how Walker's been playing. I don't know. Porro's just so underrated. I think he's just incredible. I think he's right. I think the casuals don't realise how good Porro is.
I agree. And on current form, you would say the best three right backs in the league are Porro, Trippier, and Trent.
100%.
Those are the three best in the league. I mean, Reece James, I think on quality is up there, definitely. But Reece James is Reece James. Just can't get him on the pitch, to be honest. Carefree Lewis again had to like another one of his tweets, and he says, "This effing Tottenham prick keeps trying to lower the standards of this club. Get Pochettino out tonight." And this was on the back of Poch saying, "Our reality now is mid-table, and if we want to go up, we have to push ourselves. When the transfer window opens, see what we can do. I'm not saying I'm going to ask for more players or less, but it is to see if the perception matches reality."
I mean, that's why they need more signings.
Yeah, more.
More signings.
They need to send another billion.
Exactly.
Spurs Express saying, Adogi on Instagram, special night, happy for my first goal and the massive win. We keep going all together. Hashtag blessed, and come on you Spurs.
Big up, Destiny. Big up.
Coco with a tweet saying, my peacekeeping angel at it again. And that was Cuti Romero actually just pushing Vicario and...
was that Porro?
Porro.
Who that having? Is that having words with Wilson?
Yeah, looks like it.
There we go. Usually Romero's, we've said it before, Romero's usually the one getting involved with all this argy-bargy, but...
This was the moment
What's Porro saying? Come at me. He's saying, come say it to my face. Is that what he's saying? Porro. He's saying, come here, like that. He's saying, come here.
Yeah, and this was just after Cuti got handed the captain's armband as well. So
is this after the game? This is the final whistle, no?
Oh, the final whistle, sorry, yeah. So at the end of the
whistle.
game when he had the captain's armband on.
Then Porro, then Vicario as well.
I love it, yeah. No matter what happens at the end of the game, Bissouma always seems to walk off the pitch with the captain's armband on his sleeve. Always. I don't understand how that happens.
I didn't realise that.
But after the game, I'm seeing all the players walk down the tunnel. Bissouma's with his top off, but the captain's armband on his arm.
So funny.
Spurs Express saying, Sonny on Instagram, this is the reaction we wanted. Back to winning ways. Thank you for all the love, everyone. Come on, you Spurs. Alfie THFC saying, God bless Paratici, Bissouma, Udogie, Porro, Sarr, Bentancur, Kulusevski, with small pictures of Alejo Veliz and Pedro Porro saying, how are we doing, boss? And with Paratici in a jail saying, bellissimo.
And look, to be fair, all those signings are done brilliantly.
Yeah.
Obviously, Veliz hasn't shown it yet, but the other ones, they've just been phenomenal.
Top tier signings, haven't they? Top tier.
I'm just looking at that thinking, that's a great signing. That's a great signing. That's a great signing. That's a great signing. That's a great... Like, it's unbelievable.
And when everyone spoke about, or when me and you spoke about Spurs having to do this big rebuild, a couple of years back before Paratici came to the club, we all kind of were fearing the worst because the recruitment was just terrible at that point. It was really terrible. He's come in and everyone had their say about Paratici because maybe some of these players took a while to bed into the club, young players coming through. Maybe it took them a season or two to really stamp their authority on the squad. But now you're really starting to see the fruits of his labour, aren't you?
100%, and it's paying off massively.
Next up, we've got another one of Mickey and Vic hugging after the game, and I just miss Vicky van der Ven so much, man.
You can see how much Vicario loved him. Look at that hug. That's a massive hug.
That is a massive
we're
hug.
missing Mickey. Can't wait to get him back in the team. But it's so great that he's feeling that love as well, even when he's not playing.
Yeah. Sophie tweets that Richarlison's surgery was actually to put the dog in him.
Brilliant.
Brilliant tweet. Cody Mack saying Trippier's first half against Son. Cody Mack is the king of Twitter.
Gotta love Cody Mack. Gotta love Cody Mack.
Look at this guy.
Trippier can handle it.
Spurs Watch saying Sonny's response to taking the penalties for Spurs. Should we call Harry back?
No need. We got Sonny.
And he actually he had so much of a stance of Harry Kane as well. It looked like he learned a lot from Harry Kane and his penalties. Stepping up to that penalty.
It was a classic Kane penalty. Bottom left corner was right into the corner. A lot of power.
Unstoppable.
Classic.
Tottenham tweeting out a cold emoji with Richarlison yesterday. I didn't see him do the pigeon dance yesterday. It seems like
he did.
He did do it.
He did for the second goal.
Okay, but not for the first one.
No, he didn't do it for the first one.
Spurs OTM saying most goals and assists by defenders in the Premier League since Pedro Porro made his debut in the competition. 13 for Trent Alexander-Arnold, 11 for Pedro Porro.
He's catching up.
Spurred On podcast saying loving hosting these, especially when we win. Obviously that's Barnaby, who's been hosting the watch-alongs recently to a top level. So it's not only on the pitch we're doing it, we're off the pitch as well. Some great stuff going on. So thank you, Barnaby, for coming in and hosting the watch-alongs to perfection. This was Tom ST replying to Billy T. It's just another one of the Vicario thing. Pape Matasar tweeting out saying back at it with a big win, with some nice pictures in there from Pape. Look how he walked into the pitch yesterday with that blazer on. Unbelievable. Look at that.
Jeez.
Pape Matasar. Spurs Express, Sonny on being named man of the match. I think Richie deserves it, but thank you.
He's so humble. He's just so humble, Sonny. He'll never accept any praise, will he? Honestly. He was actually, I don't know if you saw the interview on Spurs Play.
I didn't see actually.
He said, he was saying how, I think, Rishi's a proper striker and he's playing better than me in the box. And they were all laughing. All the interviewers were laughing. He was like, why are you laughing? He was like, you've got 10 goals, Sonny. You're like one of the top goal scorers in the league. You're also a proper striker. Like, you don't have to be so humble.
Rob Daly tweeting out saying, look at the position of the left back, look at the position of the right back, and look at the position of the striker. Have you ever seen anything like that in the Premier League before?
Honestly. And that's like a typical position you'll see them. Left back, right back, striker. And it's madness. It's madness.
These are the stats of Heung-min Son, now level with level with Ian Wright in the Premier League goal scorer charts. Overtaken Mane, overtaken Giggs, overtaken Dion Dublin, overtaken Crouch. I mean, it's unbelievable to see Heung-min Son. He is not just a Tottenham legend now, he's already a Premier League legend as well.
He should break the top 20 sometime soon, probably by the end of the season.
By the end of the season, for sure. He's going to have more goals than Steven Gerrard and Raheem Sterling soon.
Definitely, yeah, exactly.
Up to Joe, 10. Tottenham have scored the first goal in more Premier League games than any other side this season, 13, including their last 10 in a row, their longest ever run of opening the scoring in the competition. Unbelievable, isn't it?
Is that the last one was Arsenal, was it maybe? The last time we didn't score first?
Did Arsenal take the lead that day? Yeah, it must have been.
Must have been. It's only that in Brentford, no?
Did we take the lead against Liverpool, or did Liverpool take the lead against us?
We took the lead.
That's
the only 2 games this season we haven't.
Wow. Incredible. And we've scored in every game this season, right?
Yeah, we've scored in every game.
Squawker tweeting out saying Heung-min Son has now provided as many Premier League assists as Didier Drogba and Paul Scholes, levelling up with the legends. And if I would have told you when Son moved to Spurs, he would have the same assist as Paul Scholes.
Yeah, you would be like, no chance. But he's what a player, man. What a player. And it also goes to show that everyone praises him for his goal scoring ability, but I think he's one of the top chance creators in the league this season as well. And obviously got 2 assists yesterday. And I think at a level, that's a point of his game doesn't get enough credit.
Brendan Johnson and Mickey van der Ven full of praise for Pedro Porro as well. Mickey van der Ven saying top. And Brendan Johnson saying top today, my friend. And look, Pedro Porro was insane yesterday. Spurs Webs with Madders on Instagram with just saying Rishi with a pigeon emoji as well.
And he was in his box yesterday, I saw.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant.
Ollie Davis with the tweet saying Trippier versus Son today with Bale against Maicon.
Taxi for Trippier.
And you know what? We should have started singing that yesterday because look, he got a good reception, Trippier, yesterday by the fans. Every time he came over to take the corner, he was getting clapped. But we should have given him that shithousery that we gave Maicon as well.
I was watching a Newcastle channel actually yesterday, just their reaction to the game. They weren't happy that he went to take a corner and he was clapping the Spurs fans back who were clapping. He was like, I'm not having that when we're getting beat. Not having that.
Spurs Web Vicario on Instagram as well, saying a strong performance all round. Love when N17 is buzzing like that.
Big up, Vic.
And he's talking like he's been a Tottenham boy for so many years.
Exactly.
Love it.
Brilliant.
Carragher saying, how much is a Spurs season ticket?
Too much, mate. Too much.
But you know what? Spurs fans have complained for many years now that we've got the most expensive tickets in the league.
I'm not getting our money's worth.
And not getting our money's worth. Well, we're getting the money's worth now, aren't we?
At the moment, we'll keep playing football like this. Yeah, 100%.
I don't think
100%.
you'll find too many people complaining about the ticket prices if that kind of football's on show.
You can't complain about saying, oh, we're getting the highest ticket prices yet. The product is turgid. I think this season you can't complain about that.
Squawker, Heung-min Son has now scored 10 plus goals in each of his last 8 Premier League seasons. In his first, in 16, 17, 14, next season got 12, then 12, 11, 17, 23, last season 10, and this season not even halfway through and he's on 10 already. How many goals did he get in this season?
I reckon definitely over 20.
Yeah.
I reckon he gets 20. I reckon he gets 24.
24. I'm going 25.
14 more goals.
25 for Mr. Consistent, which is
Sonny.
Heung-min Son. And this was defender Coutinho Romero with the Player of the Match award in his arms.
But I believe it's
post-match.
Sonny's Player of the Match award.
Yeah, he just nicks it. He takes the captain's armband off and then he takes the captain's of the Man of the Match award as well. Tottenham Hotspur tweeting this out yesterday saying, and I took that personally with Richarlison. That's a great little meme yesterday from Richarlison.
Because of what Wilson said about him in his podcast. I think he was referencing that. Absolutely brilliant.
Cho with the tweet yesterday saying, Son winger shifts, we might be back.
We back. Resurrecting Son out wide, or resurrecting.
Fighting Cock saying, Tottenham to the rest of the Premier League. You fucked up. You should have killed me.
Exactly. Now we're coming back. We're coming back for everything.
Spurs Watch, Dejan Kulusevski created 5 chances against Newcastle, more than any other player on the pitch. And there's just something about Spurs players and masks. Whenever Spurs player wears a mask, they seem to just like come out of their own. You know, Harry Kane with the mask with that goal against Arsenal.
Son had a mask.
It
wasn't going very well when he had one, but yeah. It was interesting why he had a mask. Apparently he broke his nose at the end of the West Ham game, which actually not make sense, but if you remember the end of the West Ham game, he was going mad. Maybe he was angry that the referee didn't do anything about, because clearly he got very hurt.
Must have been, yeah. Up to Joe again. Heung-min Son is the 7th different player to score 10 plus Premier League goals in 8 plus successive seasons after Rooney, Lampard, Aguero, Kane, Henry, and Sadio Mane.
Not bad company, is it?
Unbelievable company. So big up to Heung-min Son. Spurs Hotspur related saying Captain Heung-min Son is now same. Spurs OTM, look at that bromance between Pedro and Destiny Udogie. And you know what? They've got such a good chemistry on the pitch, Udogie and Pedro Porro. They did link up for the penalty as well. And it's just such a... I've never seen kind of fullbacks anything like it, because usually you see maybe one inverted and one stick out wide. I've never seen this kind of both inverted at the same time and both having such an impact on the game.
Yeah, and they're really developing a really good relationship, not just themselves, but with the rest of the team as well. It's just delightful to see. And yeah, hopefully this going forward, this could become one of the great fullback partnerships.
Tottenham tweeting out just a love emoji with Pape Sarr and Richarlison. Look at that love. Look at the love in Richarlison's eyes and Pape Sarr's eyes.
Yeah, Sarr as well. Sarr seems such a lovable person as well. He seems to get on with everyone as well. Absolutely brilliant. Spurs Richarlison some love.
Spurs OTM tweeting out, our captain, and that's Sonny with that big smile doing his celebration yesterday.
The iconic celebration. Big up, Sonny.
Sonny has overtaken Christian Eriksen as having Tottenham's most assists in the Premier League era, which is 83, which is unbelievable. Unbelievable to think.
What a tally!
When Christian Eriksen broke that record for Tottenham, I never thought we'd see anyone break that record in a long, long time. But here we are already. Heung-min Son has broken it.
Yeah, 100%. And he's a player best known for his goal scoring as well.
Luca THFC saying, talk about that on your podcast, Callum Wilson. And that's obviously Coutinho Romero's dangerous challenge, which probably no one likes to see, to be honest, yesterday. But look, Callum Wilson and Antonio chatted shit about Richarlison. He found out Now let's see what Matty Cash has to say when we go to Villa Park in a couple of months' time. Cho saying Sonny versus Newcastle today. 1 goal, 2 assists, 4 key passes, 7 out of 12 ground duels won, 3 out of 5 dribbles completed. Son without Mattis, uncomfortable conversations needed, not fit to be captain. Well, that's put you all back in your boxes, haven't it?
Damn right.
Aaron Lennon saying great win and top performance by Spurs today. Love watching them play these days. You and us both.
He would have done great in this system, I reckon.
I completely agree. Tottenham, we're just pitting out a happy emoji of Destiny a doggy on top of the world yesterday. Spurs OTM saying Pedro and Ange, and this is when Pedro did that assist. Look at that embrace.
I love Ange.
Lovely.
Ange sticking his tongue out as well. Love it.
Premier League panel saying Pedro Porro is having a sensational season. He is rotated in matches between acting as an inverted and traditional right back, and he has been a main source of ball progression for Spurs. He has been most improved defensively. He has handled Doku and Gordon in consecutive matches, and he is, I would say actually, he's been the most improved player in the Premier League this season.
Yeah, you're probably right about that. I can't think of anyone who's improved to the level that he has. It's a good shout.
Jake saying Richarlison's groin surgeon watching this match.
Love that.
Next up is the Spurs Express. Tottenham generated 4.16 XG against Newcastle tonight, the most Newcastle have allowed to an opponent in the Premier League this season. Coming into tonight's fixture, no other side gained more than 3.6 XG in a single fixture against the Magpies this season in the league.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Actually battered them.
Cho with this season's step-overs for Sonny.
Literally, that's what it's unstoppable.
Tottenham Hotspur tweeting out mood, and I love this celebration yesterday, just the whole team coming together with Basuma jumping on Heung-min Son.
Absolute love.
Nathan Clark saying either Son was a 1v1 specialist that we've all been crying out for all along, or Trippier is absolutely toast.
Yeah, which one is it? I just think Trippier is going through a bit of a period at the moment, so I wouldn't completely say it's because Son is a one-on-one now, a one-on-one demon again, but he was definitely a one-on-one demon on Thursday, that's for sure. More
of the same, please. Spurs OTM saying Vicario loves Sonny. Some more bromance going on. Vicario as well seems to have a bromance.
They always love that double high five, Son and Vicario. They always do it after the game.
Super Sunday from Tottenham Hotspur. Lovely
Sunday.
picture, that one, with Sonny showing his love to the fans. Spurs Watch saying Heung-min Son versus Trippier. That's obviously the famous Neymar meme that has been going around for years.
And you sit down and pray when Son's up against you.
Yeah. And this was Axel THFC. Richarlison against Gabriel Jesus this year. 13 appearances to 11, 3 goals to 2, 3 assists to 1. Is Richarlison having a better season than Gabriel Jesus this season?
Uncomfortable conversations. You know, I texted my Arsenal sporting friend last night. I was like, I texted him that image, and he said no person in their right mind would pick Jesus over Richarlison. I said, what, the Brazil manager? Didn't text back.
Callum Wilson on Vicario, there's a way to win. We went through that earlier on. Spurs related, saying a quote from Son saying, when you are winning, you enjoy it more. We don't want to make more mistakes like we had in the last couple of weeks. I hope we continue the form like we did today and stay humble. I think we have to be more ruthless like we were today. We were clinical. Beating them 4-1 is not easy, so credit to all the players and the fans. We are playing in the Premier League and you have to demand more and more. It is never enough. This should be a habit for us. We have to do our next game and be strong again. And that's absolutely spot on as well. Like, when you win a game like that, you can't just rest on your laurels and say, oh, look at that performance. You know, you got to put that performance at the back of your mind again. You just got to go again every single week and hope to put in those performances week in, week out, because I can't remember who was saying it, but I was listening to someone talk about it. It might have been Ange, but if you have that performance in your mind going into the next game, and if you rest on it, you know, that's when you come complacent, right? So you just got to put that performance to bed. You know, you celebrate that one night, the next day you're at it at training once again and putting in the effort and putting in the same effort as you have going into that game.
Damn right.
Paul O'Keefe saying Pedro Porro was absolutely outstanding today, along with Sarr. A much more disciplined performance to do until Romero losing his head needlessly. It's a fine line between aggressive, but it needs to be controlled. Stupid stuff. That aside, total dominance from Spurs.
Yeah, and I think that's the last one.
And that is the last. Well, there was one from Vicario, just another one of those, the shithousery as well.
I never get bored of seeing that face.
That is the way Twitter reacted. A nice long episode for you guys to bite your teeth into.